America's billion-dollar jets and smart missiles are becoming obsolete. And the proof is in Ukraine, where soldiers with cheap drones and hacked smartphones are rewriting the rules of war. Top US generals are watching, and they are terrified. Here's why. The US military was built for one thing: total technological domination. It's a machine built on the most complex, most expensive weapons in the world that take literally decades to build. That whole strategy depends on one idea: that America will always have the biggest, most insane toys. But the war in Ukraine completely shattered that model. We're seeing that the insane speed of modern war is leaving the slow, careful process of Western weapons development in the dust. We've watched multi-million-dollar GPS-guided bombs get totally jammed by Russian electronic warfare. Take the Excalibur shell, a $100,000 smart artillery round that could hit a target from 30 miles away. For months, it was unstoppable. Then, Russian electronic warfare units adapted, creating GPS jamming bubbles. Suddenly, these infallible shells were flying blind, missing targets completely. A six-figure weapon defeated by a clever radio signal. This is the new reality. The hard truth is that just having the fanciest gear doesn't get you the win anymore. There's a new rule in the game, and its name is the speed of adaptation. Here's the wake-up call no one in the Pentagon can ignore. The future of warfare is being beta-tested in real time, and America isn't leading it. Ukraine is moving at startup speed while the US is stuck in a defense contractor time warp. If the military doesn't pivot fast, it risks becoming the next cautionary tale. So how did Ukraine manage to innovate so fast while under constant attack? They threw out the old rulebook and built their strategy on two insane, game-changing ideas. First, they completely erased the line between civilian and military tech. When the invasion started, Ukraine didn't just wait for giant defense companies. Instead, it unleashed its own army of civilian tech geniuses. The result was a boom in defense technology, with hundreds of new companies creating a tidal wave of battlefield inventions. They are building and shipping new drones, using AI to beat jammers, and testing it all on the front lines in real time. This creates an unbelievably tight feedback loop between the soldier in a trench and the developer in a lab, moving at a speed that is impossible in the West. Their second secret weapon is a radical belief in letting your soldiers on the ground call the shots. While the Russian army is stuck in a super-rigid, top-down command structure, Ukraine has empowered its sergeants and lieutenants to make life-or-death decisions in seconds. This strategy, which the pros call mission command, trusts the soldiers in the middle of the fight to take the lead. Small, scattered teams use live intel from drones to stage hit-and-run attacks, call in strikes, and crush threats without waiting for a general in a bunker miles away to say go. It makes them faster, more lethal, and a total nightmare for a traditional army to fight. This radical change in how to win a war is just one piece of this story. The lessons from Ukraine are going to change how wars are fought for decades. If you think this kind of breakdown is insane, hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the strategies and tech that are changing our world. So what does this all mean for the United States? Why are America's most powerful generals obsessed with a playbook that was written out of pure desperation thousands of miles away? Because they see that what Ukraine is doing isn't just a handful of clever tricks, it's a whole new, more powerful model for war. The biggest lessons are about how you organize and how you think. The Pentagon is realizing that in the next huge war, it might not have the most soldiers or even the best tech. Victory will be decided by one thing: agility. This means completely blowing up the old way of buying weapons to focus on speed over perfection, getting new tech to soldiers in months, not decades. It means building a culture that actually trusts soldiers to make their own calls, the kind of trust that mission command needs to work when everything is on the line. And it means getting deeply connected with civilian tech companies to use their fast-moving genius. The US Army is already making changes, like teaching recruits how to hide from drones in basic training and launching new programs to make targeting decisions faster. But it's just the beginning. If there's one thing Ukraine has proven to the entire world, it's that having to survive is the mother of all invention. Their playbook, born from a fight for their nation's life, is a masterclass in mixing agile tech, decentralized command, and the pure brainpower of an entire country. America's generals aren't studying this playbook to copy it page for page. They're studying it to absorb its most important rule: adapt or die. The US will always need its fighter jets and aircraft carriers, But Ukraine has proven that the next war might just be won by the side that can out-innovate and outthink its opponent, turning an entire nation into a weapon of war. The question is no longer if the American military is ready to win the last war. The lessons from Ukraine are forcing the Pentagon to ask if it's ready to win the next one. So you now understand the strategy, but what about the superweapons this new model is creating? To see one of the most shocking examples, watch our deep dive on Ukraine's new laser weapons right here. It will change how you see the future of the battlefield. Click the video on the screen now.